Hey everyone, please subscribe. I think I'm. Here's our signs that the person that you love or friends with, or you're with them in a relationship or married with, maybe anybody in the world, like whatever. Here are some signs for some people, not all people, that they may have depression, not depress. Depression. Depress is temporary. That's you still should worry about that, but we're talking about something depression. Okay, don't get those confused. Depression is more serious and it's more long term. Um, so one sign is that they eat less or they eat too much. Sometimes when a person is going through a lot or they have depression, it is harder for you to eat. It's not something that they're not trying to like. Some people think that they're doing it on purpose to harm themselves, but some people are not trying. Some people are, but some people with depression are not. It's just harder for people to eat that way. It's like something triggers them where they just don't want to eat or they want to eat too much, or they feel like food would help them. With the depression. Also another one is getting mad over simple things or getting irritated over things like or they don't want to be bothered. Like if you ask them some question and if they get mad about it very easily, then that could be a sign also. But don't get confused with anger issues and depression when you get angry for no reason. Because anger issues, it's a lot different than depression and getting angry for no reason. Like this person could just be like mad off like out of the blue and you have no idea why. I mean, just because you asked a question. And another sign is them not talking to friends. If you notice someone is not talking to their friends, they're not talking to their family members, and you can tell that you're not really hearing much from this person, it usually does mean something is wrong, or it means that they are depressed. Like they have depression, or they are depressed, either one. So if someone actually tells you physically themselves and says, I haven't been really talking to people lately, it's not a good thing. And don't think because they talk to one person it's a good thing or don't think that. Don't think if they talk to one person, oh, they are talking to people. No, it kind of depends. If they're like best friends with this person, then they're good. But if you're like half friends, meaning you just hang out, you're not really close, and you don't really trust them enough, like that's not a good thing. Because if they only have that one friend and they're only around that friend, most likely they're actually going to be more depressed. Um, Definitely if it's not a good friend, they're definitely going to be more depressed. So please don't, like, if you know someone who has depression, go to them. Actually have a conversation with them in a calm way. Don't yell at them, don't be mean, don't threaten them either. Don't be like saying, well, you should go to the hospital. Or I'm gonna tell this person, I'm gonna tell this person, I'm gonna tell this person. Like nobody who has depression wants that around. Okay, nobody feels comfortable explaining their depression. Because sometimes if for example friends or family, like you don't want everyone to know about it. It's not something that is easy to talk about. Another sign is that kind of the same thing with eating and not eating, but you sometimes lose weight, you gain weight. That's the reason why though. It's because you don't eat or you eat too much. Definitely, if you know someone who's losing, like if they get really skinny, if they get too much, like if they get really bigger, it could be a sign that they are going through depression. Um, Another sign is that they kind of, when you look at them, and if they are not really happy, meaning if you look at them, you notice that they're only smiling at certain times when you're hanging out with them, but they're not smiling like normal people. If you could just tell that they're happy, even when you guys are, let's say, going to the mall or going to like a place where there's a lot of fun things going on, and if that person is still, you can tell that they're really not as happy as they should be because a really fun event, that could be a sign. And there's something else, like when someone is depressed, they cannot, not everybody who has depression can control their depression. Meaning, if they have a good time, sometimes people they're still unhappy even though it's a great night. But sometimes when you have depression, even if you do something fun, if it's really bad, they're not going to have fun. I mean, they're gonna be fine, but they're still gonna feel sad. Definitely, if they're going through a situation in their life, they're gonna feel sad, even if they go out and try to have fun. It's not gonna make things better unless they make the situation better. Um, and you need to understand though that you can't, like, when you try to go to someone about depression, you can't go to them and be like all up in their face or try to say it and like you just need to be there for the person. Don't try to push the person away because they have depression. Don't be trying to say, I don't want you in my life. Some people with depression also think negative. It is not because they want to. It's not because they're giving up on life. It's not because they don't have hope. Okay, it's just when you are depressed, if you have depression, sometimes it's hard to think positive because sometimes you don't have that motivation to think that positive in your head. And you need to understand, like, if you do something to someone who has depression, you need to understand that if they did something like that to you, you're not gonna hurt as much. You're most likely you're just gonna let it go. You're gonna be like, oh, it's fine, or you're gonna hurt just for a certain time limit. With a person who has depression, they are automatically depressed all the time. Pretty much they are just depression. Like definitely, if you hurt somebody, they're gonna be depressed. Like, but not depressed as a regular person would. They're gonna be extra depression, and you don't want that to really happen. And if you like really like, but sometimes people may never actually admit to you that they have depression. Sometimes people will never even like they may never tell you the truth in the rest of their life. Ever. Like they may never tell you the truth. But you kind of just know sometimes when someone has depression because it's not like a depressed is something like temporary. But if you notice for someone, like if it's like a daily thing, or if it's like maybe not daily, but it's most of the time, you can just tell that they're not happy still. Um, yeah, and that's a good sentiment. I mean, like, and people with depression, they, some people are not. It kind of depends exactly. But if you had a traumatic past with your life, childhood, whatever, um, it is, if you had something dramatic happen to you in the past, um, it kind of changes a lot of things. There, there's so many people with depression who are afraid of being happy because they got hurt so much in the past. And you need to understand when you have depression, it's different. Meaning you're gonna be more scared because you don't want to get hurt again. You don't want to get your heart broken. You don't want to get mad or you don't want to get sad. You don't want to be peed off because of this person. You're angry. You don't want to be angry. It's like you gotta understand, like this person, definitely this person went through a lot. You need to understand that the person is going to be scared to be happy. They most likely will not admit it, but that could be like a really big fear of theirs. You need to understand that sometimes some people do not know when they actually have depression or not. Some people have depression for years and not realizing it until they get older. Some people will be like, I only had it for a couple years, but then when you actually think about it, I had a lot of these signs when I was in high school, when I was in middle school. Like, sometimes people just don't notice it. Because it's not something that people think about every single day. Definitely when you're a kid. I mean, you don't think, oh, you don't have depression. No, you won't. You really can't tell. Some people do, some people can't. I mean, it's not something that you really just know. Some people you don't. But, I mean, if anybody has these signs, and if you're mad at a person with depression, or you're upset with them, and if you don't want to talk to them or talk to them or something like that, just remember that their mind doesn't be like yours. If you hurt someone severely and they have depression, don't push them like away because you don't like that because that could like the next day they may not even be here anymore. So that's really how it is. Depression is not it's kind of dangerous at the same time. It's not really a safe thing to have in reality because it can end very badly. So if you have like a fight with someone who has depression, try to not do it too bad. Try not to block the person. Explain to the person, well, I'm not gonna do this because I'm mad. Don't just do it for the heck of it. Don't just be, and I mean, if you're gonna be mad at the person in depression, it has to be a good reason. Don't be mad at them for the littlest things because then the whole time that you are mad at them, the whole time they're gonna be depressed, and it's gonna be deeply because they're not gonna know. Explain it to them. Either way, they're gonna be depressed, but explain to them what they did wrong before you do anything to hurt them. And also, in my opinion, don't, if you figure out someone's depression, do not push them away. Even if, do not leave them. Do not try to leave their life. Do not leave them. Like, don't do it. Doing that to a person could be end up very badly, and I don't think people want that on their chest every day, knowing it will not be your fault, but knowing that the person that you care about is gone. It's not going to be your fault or anything, but definitely if you know the person is going to be hurt, it's not your fault, but you're really wrong for doing that. But that is my video. That is science. Learned some little advice about it. I'm going to make another video about it. I just don't want to make the video too long. Um, so this is just science. I'll make another video. So thank you for watching the video. And if you know anything, anybody who thinks about this, go to them now. Because most likely they're depressed right this second. They're not going to tell you. You can smile every day. You don't know. So thank you for watching the video. And please like, subscribe, and comment. Bye.